What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and happy election day to my U.S. viewers and to those around the world looking in. I hope you have your popcorn, you have an ice cold drink ready, because the next 48 hours is probably going to be a wild one. I want to first and foremost say everyone stays safe out there, and that regardless of who you vote for, I hope we can all agree on, let's just hope for a clear winner and a clear loser. That's what I want. I don't care. Well, I mean, I care who wins, but I care more that it is a clean, easy victory and not something that goes on for weeks and months under contention. Clean victory means the country can move forward easily. Now, today being election day, I'm going to ask, please make sure that you are subscribed. There's a red subscribe button down below the video. Please make sure you were not unsubscribed. There has been a huge wave of removals and censorship going across YouTube. I'm going to talk about the shadow banning thing if I can get the topic in today, but this one is probably the most important topic. So please leave a like on it. Please share it. Please subscribe to support the channel. Now, YouTube, if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time in the past couple of weeks, it has been, for most people, non-stop Joe Biden ads. Like, non-stop. Now, as somebody who rarely gets ads on their videos, I'm happy. I'll take all of Joe Biden's money happily. I will take all of President Trump's money happily. All right? And because that also means my fellow content creators can have a month where they might make a little bit of more cash. So I only ask that they maybe consider some variance, some varying up the ads a little bit. They're seeing the same one over and over again is cringe. But I've been talking to Steven Crowder too via DM, and I told him that I was going to be covering a new change that they made, which to me seems partisan. I have seen nothing. And look, I'm in Wisconsin, a battleground state. Maybe you've seen different ads, so understand that this is just what I've seen. But I've seen nothing but Biden ads. This morning, Steven Crowder uploaded this video, which I'm going to share with you, talking about what's going on with his channel.
Mega election live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I got to tell you, I woke up feeling good. There's some methodology that I think people are missing. I'll be talking about it tonight. We have all kinds of guests. We have Donald Trump Jr. We have YouTube and Google banning the advertising of political ads around election time.
They banned the ads around election time, specifically election day. No problem taking everybody's money right up until that, which we're going to talk about. But then check this out.
Which I kind of understand. But I want to show you this. And YouTube banned promoting my videos criticizing gender theory videos, which have nothing to do with the election. So I want to be really clear here. YouTube, Google, Facebook, Twitter, they're not just banning specific political advertising. They are banning the promotion of ideas. And I don't know if that's happening on both sides.
Of course it isn't. I mean, of course it isn't. I've also seen a massive increase in videos that are yellow. I've seen a massive increase in videos that I've made that are age restricted, which is insanity to me, because my videos, I mean, you see them. I mean, I couldn't be more milquetoast in the language and things that I use. But in just the past few days, you've already seen YouTube and Vimeo censor the new documentary about the super soldiers. This group, active in the U.S., that many refer to as super soldiers, as I will say, is among the topics that are not to be questioned or criticized on YouTube. But I thought it was just an idea. But also on another smaller website, Vimeo, that's judging by the fact the new documentary, which was published by Citizen Journalism Network, was removed from both platforms after it was uploaded on Saturday, even though the trailer was still available on YouTube. The reason given by Vimeo, considering some less prone to censorship and restriction, but less influential than YouTube, is that users are not allowed to upload videos that show really bad behavior. Judging by the reports, YouTube is yet to explain the reason behind it. Well, we all know, right? And we all know. This also, when we look at, I want to actually cover this in. Reddit has actually started banning BitChute links. I wonder if, yeah, look at it. Not one person's covered it. Are you kidding me? Really? Nobody's covering it. Any idea why sharing my BitChute videos on Reddit gets linked removed? BitChute is site-wide banned. That was 8 months ago. You can only share links in text, posts, or comments. Just make a text post and put the link there. Why that is? Well, I guess you know why. I mean, exactly. Why? What's wrong with BitChute having a link available, right? And now we can see this. Trump's campaign booked out YouTube's homepage for Election Day. YouTube won't let that happen again, but insists it's nothing to do with Trump. Yeah, sure. All I saw was the Biden ad running across the top for the last few days. And by the way, I don't think spending a bunch of money on Election Day is going to swing any votes. Let me be very clear. I'm happy to accept it. Please, I hope that there's a bunch of political ads on this video. I know today will be the last day you guys have to deal with them for another 3 years. But I mean, who's changing their mind today? Nobody, right? But it's interesting that YouTube is, of course, again, selectively picking. Of course it has to do with Trump. Of course it does. Now it says, President Donald Trump's huge YouTube ad spend is the last time any campaign will be able to book out the platform's homepage for days at a time. YouTube confirmed to CNBC Monday from 2021 advertisers won't be able to book out the homepage slot for a whole day, as Trump has done on Election Day. Trump's YouTube ad strategy became apparent in February when he reserved the banner ads on YouTube's homepage for the days leading up and including Election Day, per the New York Times. It cost $2 million a day to book that slot, also known as YouTube's masthead. And here you have this. It shows a video ad. I think if you refresh it, it just auto plays. Yeah, this video, which was a dude, I think it was a My Response to Tim Pool video. Of course, he's got all this stuff going on here. But again, how many people's vote will this change? Probably not many. But my interest in it starts and stops with an obvious bias. Trump also booked out the YouTube mastheads for 96 hours in August to coincide with the DNC. YouTube denied its decision had anything to do with the election. Bull. This change gives advertisers more budget flexibility and applies across all verticals, not just political advertisements, a YouTube spokesperson said. YouTube's parent company, Google, said that the change was not connected in any way to the presidential election. Of course it is. Of course it is. Despite Trump's YouTube blitzes, Biden actually spent more than him on Google ads. Google's transparency report for Biden for president shows an overall spend of $80 million, while Trump spent $76 million. YouTube profited $150 million off this election. And like pennies of that trickle down to creators, just saying. But Trump appears to have spent more money on individual ads. His $76 million was used to place 26,000 ads, and Biden's got 56,000 ads. This means Trump spent an average of $2,800 per ad, while Biden spent $1,400. This could suggest that Trump's strategy was more focused on big-ticket ad spends, such as booking out the YouTube masthead. In some way, buying ads on YouTube makes sense, as it's not only a popular social media platform, but it's also an increasingly important news source. Yeah, which is why all the independent YouTube creators have basically been buried in the YouTube search algorithm for the last, I don't know, month. Anything that has any kind of remotely political slant to it is just getting buried. Channels have completely stopped growing. Heck, I have a second channel called Midwestly. It was growing pretty steadily. Every day, a couple hundred subscribers every day, and then it just completely stopped. In fact, even had some negative days, which coincidentally, Monday, yesterday, had a decent day. So I don't know if they switched things back or what's going on. It's probably too late now, right? It's extremely unlikely that these ads will sway anyone's opinion or voting intention so late in the game. I agree with that, which begs the question why the Trump campaign has bought these spaces at this time in the first place. I agree. If I were advising him on ad spend, I wouldn't have spent $2 million on election day. It's just, especially I would have changed the messaging to be like, hey, today is the last day to vote. You know what I mean? And if we click this video, I wonder if it shows. So this video has a million views with 13,000 downvotes. Trump got his thumbnail on Fiverr. Maybe someday Trump will be caught sneaking into the White House. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't trust the I don't love the strategy, but the important thing here is obviously we're seeing a massive increase in partisan censorship by YouTube, and it's only going to get worse, especially if Trump loses. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.